Welcome to the Native Diamond Podcast.
Oh, shit! What you waiting for?
What the fuck is up, everyone? Seth McCreery back at it again with a new podcast episode. And today, the featured guest is SALTWOUND, okay? They are NorCal Violence, okay? Beat down at its finest. I actually am a huge fan of them. They've had a lot of success in their short amount of time as a band. It's very interesting because I see them pop up all the time, all over TikTok, all over Instagram. They're always like a recommended new beatdown style band. Okay, what kind of caught my attention was Spencer was wearing a Knocked Loose hoodie, and Knocked Loose is like one of my favorite bands, so I knew that, hey, I was probably gonna like what they were all about. So anyway, if you have a super dope band and you want to get on the show or feature some music, hey, send that email in, okay? My email address for the podcast is 𝕹𝖊𝖜𝖻𝖕𝖚@gmail.com. That's where you can send in all your submissions. So if you don't want to miss out, hey, shoot your shot there and we'll see what we can do for you. But anyway, hope you guys have been doing well. Of course, I've been doing the best I fucking can possibly at the moment. Some of you have some seasonal depression setting in, or maybe this is like the best time of the year for you. You're getting ready for vacation, looking forward to going and traveling again, looking forward to shows starting to pop up again, get back to normal in a sense. That's all anyone can really ask for right now. I'm not going to stall any longer. I just hope you guys have been doing well. Make sure you stick around because we're going to play some SALTWOUND in the mid-roll, okay? They are this week's hidden gem, of course, because they are the featured guest. And at the very end, we'll roll some more music. So we're going to have a lot of fun listening to this conversation and listening to some music. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Stick around. What's up, everyone? Seth McCreery here. Welcome to Native Diamond Podcast. Thank you for tuning in as always. And today we're hanging out with the powerful SALTWOUND is in the house. Spencer, Sean, and Grant. What's going on, dudes?
What's up, Seth? How's it going?
So much. I fucking love that you guys are here. I've been plugging you guys for the past, like I mentioned, 3 episodes to you guys before the episode. But dude, I'm a huge fan of the band. I can't express to you how much I like you guys. I listen to the band like all the time. You guys are kind of new to the scene-ish, right? As far as being a band. So you guys said you started in like 2019-ish.
Yeah. We started about 2 years ago around this week, and then we announced the band like September 2019.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I wanted to mention that because you guys have had extremely good success, in my opinion, as far as like releasing music to how much streams you have now. Like that's pretty fucking insane that you guys are like have the numbers that you do in this short period of time, in my opinion.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Honestly, as you said, it pretty much like we definitely didn't expect it. We dropped this EP, and we were kind of staying like, I mean, when we first announced the band and the first single, 𝕹𝖊𝖜 and the music video and everything, like it shot up a lot higher than like our previous projects had. So that was already kind of like initially like, wow, this is really cool. Like, like the first time we kind of climbed to this level. And then as soon as we dropped the EP, it was like, I look at like our Spotify streams and it was like, kind of going like this. And then this, like the day after the EP dropped, it went straight the fuck up. And I was like, what the hell is happening right now?
Yeah. It was so mind-blowing. I mean, to be fair, like I think at this point, I don't know if I'm speaking for all of us, but for at least me, I had been doing music for, like almost 10 years prior to joining up with SALTWOUND, and, to no success whatsoever, like none. And just to see how quickly it's blown up, I'm sitting there, I'm like I'm trying to stay humble with it and not like be like braggadocious, but but like I want those numbers to be bigger.
I mean, it's happening. It's funny because like every time I hop on TikTok now, somebody is like, you need to listen to, like you're on that list of like, here's bands you need to listen to. I see that all the time on TikTok.
Yeah, even before we had our own SALTWOUND TikTok, I'd go on there on like really on my girlfriend's because she had TikTok before I did, and I'd like, I'm just gonna type in SALTWOUND and see what happens, and then I'm like, why are there so many people like posting about us? And like we're on, I think I saw us on like 5 or 6 different like top 10 breakdowns of 20 lists, and I'm like,
shout out to 𝕵𝖈.
Yeah, that dude fucking reps us a lot. Shout out to 𝕻𝖕𝖎𝖓 too. They put Brandon from 𝕻𝖕𝖎𝖓. He's the one that I know has been like pushing us a lot. Like I see him posting about us constantly, and like I think he actually got Hardcore King to check us out, which was like fucking moment for me. Like I don't even care. Like I don't give a fuck how cool you are in the scene. If Hardcore King reacts to your fucking music, you're gonna smile. Like you're gonna just love that shit.
My reaction the entire time was the entire video watching Hardcore King go.
I'm watching because you just hear fucking.
Nah. Dude, it's funny, dude. Every time it's funny, and that Bob doll thing is hilarious. Like when he,
oh my god, the fact that he hits the hit markers too and everything.
Like, classic.
The first drop in Deadweight. It's like when Grant yells the "Yo, fuck you, bitch," and it like drops. He like made some inaudible sound and then got up and like, punched Bobby in the face and just like hit markers from like Call of Duty. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. This is the actual EP. Like
I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I could die happy now. Hardcore King, like he digs my shit.
Definitely. Shout out Hardcore King. If you're listening, watching, I'll probably clip this, but shout out to you. Everyone's favorite reactor in the hardcore community.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's certified the GOAT. No one reacts, but I mean, there's like really good reaction videos. Like I'm not gonna lie, but like no one does it better than him. No one has the energy that he does. No one pushes so many unknown bands like he does.
Yeah. Hardcore Team's the vibe.
Yeah, I see him react to bands that like I've never heard of, and it's so funny and like engaging his reactions to it that I'm like, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go listen to that. I'm gonna see what that is, and then you find your favorite band like that.
That's dope. I mean, I try to serve that, but there's a lot of people that do it better than me, but it's all for fun, so it is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna do this. You guys ready? It's called the hot round, and we're gonna ask you either or style questions.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Okay.
All right, cool. I was like, oh shit, what happened to him?
Oh, sorry.
Right.
I
keep getting text messages and I have no idea how to sound. So I put it on Do Not Disturb. And I don't want to put it on airplane mode because then I'd be getting the boot. So
I feel you. Yeah. I just didn't want to lose you. All right,
I'm still here.
All right, so I'm gonna give you an either or band question. Just say the first thing that comes to mind, and I don't know. Let's establish an order real quick. How about Spencer, Sean, Grant? We'll just go in that order every time.
All right.
Cool. All right. First one, Body Snatcher or Gideon?
Body Snatcher.
Body Snatcher.
Oh, my bad.
Gideon.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys just popped them off. But okay, so why Body Snatcher? Like, why did you choose Body Snatcher, and why did you choose Gideon? We'll get around to that.
I've played with Gideon. I really like them. I really dig a lot of their music. I think if I went through their catalog, I could probably pick out more Body Snatcher songs that I know and that I listen to more than Gideon. Like Gideon, I probably know maybe like off the top of my head, I could name like 4 songs by them. Even though I listened to a lot of their stuff, and Body Snatcher, I could probably list like a good like double that. So it's kind of just a volume thing for me. Like I listen to Body Snatcher more than I do Gideon.
I feel that.
Yeah. For me, it's pretty much the same thing. I only know a couple Gideon songs, and they're fairly new, so I wouldn't consider myself a fan, but I do enjoy those songs. But I've been listening to Body Snatcher for a minute since The Death of Me came out, and I like that. I like their vibe. I don't know. It's like very pissed off, and that's kind of what I'm drawn to when I'm looking for music that I like, you know.
Mm-hmm. It feels raw.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's like I wouldn't really consider myself a huge fan of either band because I never truly got into either one. I just know from the times that when Gideon's put on versus when Body Snatchers put on, I enjoy Gideon more because I'm definitely more of the melodic kind of hardcore lover versus just the straight, like, in your face beat down stuff, even though I'm in a beat down band, but you know.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
I mean, Body Snatchers because Chris is the one that mixed our EP, so they're drummer our EP. So I got to be like respect for that.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you.
Though, like, I kind of forgot. Like, I kind of forgot that we worked with them for a minute, and it's been a while since like we've been in the studio, and at least for Volume 1, and yeah. I kind of forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Spencer. That's dope. Okay, if anything, I'm going to just retroactively change it to Body Snatcher just because we have association with them. And just because, like, I have that love for Chris now. For just absolutely murdering our mix.
That's dope. Yeah, I kind of like observed that, I guess, like when we were doing the green room, we'll say, before the episode started. But you guys kind of mentioned that, so I was just gonna kind of pry about the Body Snatcher thing. I wanted to know like your relationship with the band. But all right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, 𝕹𝖎 or Suicide Silence?
Oh fuck. Just for like this. I gotta say Suicide Silence, just for like history, I guess. Oh, that's
hard. I want to say 𝕹𝖎 is so bad. 𝕹𝖎 is so bad because like I loved them for a long time, but like Suicide Silence really got me into deathcore.
Yeah.
So I gotta throw my respect that way.
You're like torn.
Come on.
I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna Mitch Lucker, dude. Like that's the only reason.
Not even
the only reason.
Just Mitch Lucker.
Yeah.
Like he's the only reason I'm gonna say Suicide, just because I'll admit it, dude. I was a stan, and like I will openly say I like 𝕹𝖎's music a lot better. But when it came to like what deathcore was for me, it was Suicide.
Yeah,
dude, I 100% agree with that because like I'm wearing obviously Suicide merch, but no, I agree with that totally because like as far as album to album, as far as like listening to the whole thing straight up, 𝕹𝖎 I'd probably listen to more albums, not gonna lie. But you know, Suicide got me into this heavier stuff. Like I probably wouldn't appreciate like beat down type shit if it wasn't for Suicide Silence. So
I mean, dude, look at Disengage, dude. That was like the heaviest song for the longest time.
Yeah.
And it's like repetitive, but dude, like I mean, it hit so hard.
Yeah, I mean, all that shit still fucks, dude. Like all that old stuff.
Like I could definitely listen to more like 𝕹𝖎 than I would Suicide Silence. Like at least like album wise, like front to back, I could listen to whole 𝕹𝖎 records. Like I wouldn't even listen to 𝕹𝖎's Murder if I hadn't found Suicide Silence. So like I can't. Like
100%.
as much as I want to throw respect to 𝕹𝖎, like I can't like Suicide Silence. Like
and it also comes to the fact that like we're California guys. Obviously, we're gonna hear about a California band before we hear about an Australian band.
I see
very
Eddie,
true.
every time I go to like a show in the Bay Area, I see him like just chilling in the crowd. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I have to throw, and like Dan too. Is like, I have to throw.
Yeah, I'm pretty like one of my coworkers back in the day used to be like pretty good friends with Dan, and I was kind of like bull crap, and like I pulled up pictures, and I'm like, oh, okay. And this was even before I was like into music and everything. I was just like working at this job, and I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah, were you guys big like All Shall Perish fans?
No.
I wasn't. Not
really.
No. I listened to a handful of their stuff, but I wasn't really super big on them.
If we're gonna go OG deathcore, I'm gonna say Suffocate. That was
that was the
100%.
That was the one for sure.
Off Sulfur, fucking Ricky Rivers' new band.
Yeah, dude, Off Sulfur.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ricky, shouts out Josh from Sulfur. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're hella cool. They're hella nice guys.
Hell yeah.
That's the craziest thing about Saltwound, honestly, dude. And I know we're doing the flash round thing, but like seeing bands or seeing people like Ricky Hoover, who was like I learned to scream by practicing Suffocate. Like I learned to scream, like Not the Fallen. I learned to scream through like Space on the fucking. I sound like an asshole.
I remember driving down the freeway to Not the Fallen and introducing my friends to that band and just be like,
I get pounding on my door at like midnight. I was like, "That's fucking enough! Shut up!" I'm like, "No, I'm practicing." So like, I learned how to scream to him. I learned how to scream to his music and his songs, and then to see like we're working with the same producer now, and
that's crazy.
His guitarist, like shouted us out, I think, or like I don't know, but like I know he follows us on Instagram or something, and I'm like, dude, that's just unbelievable to me.
That's so cool.
Not anything that could
making those connections with people. Yeah.
It's like, dude, I used to idolize you, and like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucking insane. That like,
isn't that crazy? Like, do you feel like it's a small world?
Level,
like,
but just like the fact that we're able to be even on your radar at all is like insanely humbling.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
dude, that's fucking sick. All right, you guys ready for number 3?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sick. Boundaries or victims?
Victims.
Boundaries.
Victims.
Gotta go with Victims.
Nice.
Boundaries' new fucking record is sick.
It is.
Like that shit is hard. That shit is like crazy weird. Like it's like they incorporated like 2009 metalcore, but then made it heavy as fuck. And we're like, fuck you, we're gonna do what we want. Like respect to Boundaries. That new record's fucking sick, but just Victims is probably the best independent band I've ever seen. Like their marketing strategies, their music, the way their songs flow, the way that they incorporate synths, leads, cleans, screams, like just the GOAT.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I see, I've never gotten too into Victims. Like there's a couple songs I like really enjoy. But no, Boundaries for me, I could go listening to their EP, their album, all that kind of stuff. I really thoroughly enjoy their music. But I do throw respect towards Victims for, like Spencer said, they're really good at what they do independently, and they can push themselves in a way that I've never seen any other band do on their own. So yeah,
that's so
and
true.
They're great at composing music.
Yeah,
is very cool.
Yeah, I was going to say Victims for me for 4 reasons. 1, everything that Spencer said. 2, they did that cover of, oh God, it's such a long they did the Chiodos cover literally that they just dropped that I can't remember the name of because I'm a horrible Chiodos fan. 3, they are just fucking awesome. And 4, nobody has a better stage presence than Meredith.
Oh shit.
That's on God. Fucking any drummer you can find
Nobody
better stage presence than her. I'll give you $100 right now because I
fight me about it.
She stands up on her. I've seen pictures of her standing up like on her toms and like waving her fucking sticks in the air, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like I'm a front man and you're making me look like a bitch, dude. Like this is insane.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? When people say drummers can't have stage presence, I just send them pictures of Meredith, and I'm like,
yeah,
this is why you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy. I tried to get her on the show, and like something happened day of. But hey, if you're listening, get back on. You still had that open invitation. But I like their split EP from last year, Misery and Death. I had to like look, with the falsifier split. That shit was so sick.
It was cool them doing covers of each other's songs. That was really trick. Like hearing Victims do a Falsifier song and then Falsifier do a Victim song. It's like, wow, that's trippy.
It weirded me out when I first heard that. Like it honestly tripped me out. I'm like, the fuck? And it was awesome. They did a really good job.
Yeah. That's really cool. I'm glad you like them a lot. And yeah, Meredith, her stage presence, like it's fucking crazy.
It's nuts, dude.
Like watching her. Her social media game is like sick too.
Yeah, their marketing strategy is nuts.
Yeah,
definitely,
probably one of the best.
Like if I could sit in on like a little business class, if like they could like be like a professor, kind of like, and I'm like the 1 of 5 students up in like the amphitheater type room, I'd be sitting there taking notes for sure.
Yeah, definitely do a TED talk or something.
Right.
Yeah, right. Meredith, please do a TED Talk.
Yeah.
Share with us your knowledge.
Right. All right. Number 4. All right. I'm gonna wait for He's good. He's good. Are you still alive? All right.
Yeah,
I feel you. All right. Polaris or Era? Who you got?
I guess I'll say Era because I think I know 1 or 2 songs by them. I can't really name any songs by Polaris, to be honest.
same here, honestly. I listened to Era with my buddy Justin. He's showed me a couple of their songs, but Polaris I only heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer because I don't think I know a single song by either band.
All right, fair enough. As long as I just thought you were gonna say like I don't like any of those bands, and I was like, oh shit, well I feel bad about that. But
Oh, no, it's just more of like.
No, it's literally just because I just have not given them a chance. Like I will not comment on their musicality because I don't know. I'm sure they're great.
I get that. I understand that. I think the nature of the beast for me is, I always have to check out new releases, whether it be as big as whatever, as small as whatever. But I like Era a lot. Like in this situation, I like their new album a lot. So, if you haven't heard it, I would give Era's new album a chance.
I'll go give it a shot.
Just listen to a couple songs. If you're not digging it, then just skip it. You already know.
I think the couple Era songs I've heard I liked. It was more of like I think them and I think there's another band like I think like North Lane, like them and kind of North Lane. I've listened to a few of their songs and I just sort of like this is cool, and then I kind of go back.
Phase out.
It kind of just fades out. Like it's not like I don't like it. It's just like not my personal cup of tea.
Right. And there's so many other bands. I mean, and there's like little like differences from like one band to the next almost, in some situations.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Polaris and Era being more of that like genty, progressive kind of metalcore sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay. I it's tight, but like I would rather go listen to the bands like 𝕍𝖎𝖓𝖕 or something. That kind of encompass that overall, like, I guess, 𝕾𝖊 sound, but
because they're fucking sick.
Yeah, I just because they're from what I know or from what I've gathered from what we're talking about, I could tell you that 𝕍𝖎𝖓𝖕 is probably heavier. But and I just have like an affinity for like either super heavy music in the progressive standpoint, or I'm gonna go listen to Kansas.
Right. I feel you on that. Well, I mean, you know what you like, so
yeah, it's and I won't say that I dislike it just because I seriously have not given him a chance.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's definitely fair. All right, so I know you've heard of these two guys, and they both dropped new albums. So of course I have to ask: A Day to Remember or Architects?
Architects.
Day to Remember. Never
Architects
a chance, honestly.
Nice. So have you listened to the new albums? Either or?
I think I listened to a little bit of Architects. I haven't. Oh wait, no, I listened to one song off A Day to Remember his new record. It wasn't bad. It was different. It was cool.
Oh wait, Sean, you haven't gone yet. Sorry.
No, you're good. I haven't checked out either. Day to Remember I chose mainly just because nostalgic reasons, but kind of moved on past that. But yeah, I should probably give it a spin.
For me, I chose Architects similarly I can't speak English. Same reasons as Sean chose A Day to Remember. It's definitely nostalgia, but on top of that, I will still like frequently bump Architects. I don't remember the last time I put on A Day to Remember.
Right. No, I feel you on that. I mean, their new album, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like hate on it, and I'm not shitting on it. It's not my favorite album, I guess. And maybe
I've heard it's like Walmart cookie cutter.
Yeah, it kind of does feel that way. And it's kind of like, I feel like I've moved on past that in a lot of ways. And it's kind of like harder for me to listen back on the like old stuff. I don't know. Like there's just so much like better new stuff out. I feel like, that's kind of like pushing the boundaries, I guess. But if I want that nostalgic sound, sure. I might listen to it.
Like for me, like if I wanted that pop punk sound, but still heavier, I'd go listen to 𝕍𝖬𝖜.
Yeah. 𝕍𝖬𝖜's super sick.
𝕍𝖬𝖜's tight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, shit, that's really interesting. So like, what about Architect's new album? Like, what did you guys think about any of the songs you heard off that?
Oh, I thought from
Bird was really good. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not like crazy into Architects. Like, I really liked All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us and everything, and I liked Broken Cross off that album. I don't really keep up with them too much. Like, I don't track the releases as much as I probably should. But like the couple new songs I've heard they've dropped, I was like, damn, that's pretty sick. It's like it's Architects, so you know what you're gonna hear when you hear it. But it's like, yeah, I like this. I like Architects. I like high pitched screams and fucking twangy like metalcore shit. I'm like, cool. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be a band that'd be weird for us to play with, but that I would love to play with. Like, honestly, that's one of those bands that I'm like, this probably we wouldn't fit on a bill with them. But if a promoter anywhere in the world just said, fuck it, let's throw them on there, I'd be very.
Hey, you never
we
know.
don't know with Secrets, but like, fuck it, let's go on.
That's true. We had it before COVID hit. We had a show with Secrets.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sick.
And I'll be real, and nothing against Secrets, but I only took that show because of Void. If you know them from Seattle.
Oh yeah, Avoid is sick.
They were on it, and me and like I'm not gonna front and be like me and Benny are hella good friends, but like I've met him a few times, and I've worked shows down here that he's come down and played. I've played with him a few times, and like they're just. I love Benny. I love all the guys in Avoid, but I love Benny. Like, he's so nice. He's such a genuine, cool ass human being that I'm like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck what our bands sound like. I don't give a shit what the other bands sound like. If I can play a show with Avoid, I'm gonna play a show with Avoid. I don't know.
That's sick.
Will beat my ass for it, but I'm gonna play with them.
Yeah, they look like a lot of fucking fun. Just the stuff that I've seen and their fucking promos, like shotgunning seltzer waters and just silly ass shit. They just look like a lot of fun to hang out with.
Did you see his was it the national anthem video in NASCAR? Go watch
Check it out. Yeah.
Go read the comments because I respect that man so much, but I respect him even more now because he single-handedly pissed off every fan of NASCAR.
I need to watch that. Damn.
By NASCAR, they're in the fucking new like game, like
the
new game and shit. And he sang the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem at one of the races, and he sang it like he sings. He sang it with his gravelly kind of like metalcore sort of cleans, and it was fucking awesome. He did a fucking amazing job, and just everyone was shit talking him.
Come on!
The worst thing I've ever heard. But no, it was funny because of the like. It's one of those things where like when people get really pissed off and they're just like.
Yeah,
it's amazing that you're this pissed off about something that's, like trivial.
Well, okay. First off, like that's stupid because worst performance of the national anthem goes to Fergie.
Yeah.
Catch all the basketball NBA players just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
shots of them are the best part of that.
No, he just pissed off like I don't know. Like a weird sect of America.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they're probably bigger NASCAR fans than any of the people commenting.
Right.
So funny too.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
They're in the fucking video game. Like, shut up. Like, honestly, like they're the best.
Yeah. That's what Kenny from Dead Crown told me. I did a podcast with him and he knows those guys pretty well, I guess, too.
Yeah. Kendall's sick. He did our first shirt design, actually.
Sick. That's dope.
That has, like, the skull and like the moon shit on it.
So who did your EP artwork?
Ben from Extortionist.
Okay. Oh, sick. Shout out.
Yeah, he did that. He did our logo. Most of anything that's like branding stuff like that, like cover art and like logos and stuff. It's Ben. So shout out to Ben.
Shit. That's really sick because I like you guys like branding. I like the whole aesthetic thing. It's very clean. It's like the best word to put.
Thanks.
It's a vibe for sure. All right. Next one. Chamber or Paleface?
Paleface. I'm wearing their fucking shirt right now. I gotta say Paleface.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Paleface just because I've never heard of Chamber to be real. But are they good?
Oh, dude, I like them. I think they're dope.
Are they like beat downy, hardcore?
They're beat down. I think they're on Pure Noise. I mean, if you like Knock Loose and shit like that, you're gonna like them.
All right, I'll give it a spin. Hell yeah.
They kind of remind me the most like Boundaries.
Oh,
the screaming's a little different.
They'll probably for sure like that.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely like it.
I've only heard maybe one of their songs. You should check out more stuff by Chamber, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Paleface for me. What about you?
But yeah.
Oh, Paleface, 100%. That made I could say some like very very like it makes you want to be so aggressive and do like the absolute worst to a person in the mosh pit.
Yeah, I listen to Curse Fest and I think of like, damn, it'd be really hard if I did this like super fucking aggressive thing on stage. Then I think about it after I'm done listening. I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't. Like,
someone's gonna die.
Yeah, like someone's like, I picture like someone run, you know, that fucking, he's like, cause I'm the fucking cursed one.
Yeah.
Bitch. Like I pictured just someone running across the stage and their singer just fucking clotheslining him, like flopping him, and I'm like, that's probably not it.
You gotta weigh out the temptation.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on. Yeah. And then you get the drinks.
It depends on who you're smacking though. Because
right.
Well, if it's a Nazi, it's all cool. Punch the Nazi, it's all cool.
If it's some random fan who just came out to see your show, maybe don't punch them.
Yeah. Maybe not the guy who just bought merch.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That reminds me of can I tell a story real quick? You guys give a fuck? Okay. So my first mosh pit ever was Cannibal Corpse, and it was like a headliner split with Behemoth.
Oh,
awesome.
So
that's nuts.
So I'm like younger 20s. I'm probably like Spencer's age at this time. But so like fucking I'm shirted up, you know what I'm saying? I got like 2 fucking shirts. I got their CD. I was trying to get it signed at the end, you know, I was just going super nerd with it because it's Cannibal Corpse. I'm like, what if I never see these guys play ever again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these are the guys, so I feel like I need to just live it up tonight, whatever. Well, anyway, I was kind of on the outside of the mosh pit, and like we're just pushing people around and shit and having fun, but I get pushed right in the middle of it. I'm like I said, merched up. I get clotheslined. My fucking shoes go flying across the mosh pit.
Oh.
So I'm like fucking like, oh shit, trying to find my shoes, and they're black, so that was terrible. I'm like trying to find black fucking shoes, and people are just moshing around.
Oh, I know the struggle.
Getting kicked around.
And I just got scooped up. I know this big fucking dude just scooped me up. He picked me up. I found my shoes. I just got the fuck out of there. My CD was all broke as fuck, and I was just like, oh fuck, this night might have turned around. But then at the end, I got to meet Alex Webster, so like all panned out. So I think it was like my karma of getting beat the fuck up.
Damn, that's sick. That's a way better first mosh pit story than mine.
Really?
Oh my god.
Oh, I feel like such a pussy.
It's similar in the sense that I was like merched up and everything too, and this like 300-pound power drinker came and just knocked all my shit on the ground. All of it. But at the same time, it was. I mean, I still like the band. You know, they're kind of a guilty pleasure band for me now that I saw, but it's. In hindsight, I don't mind losing all the shit that I bought. To be honest, I would have thrown it away eventually.
Fair enough.
Hung it up anywhere.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember my first pit, but I do remember my accident.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was at a Fit for a King show, dude. I was just, going at it, dude. And next thing I know, it kicked from the side, like in my knee. So you know how your knee bends like your elbow? Like imagine your knee bent like that way. Like, yeah, so like that happened and I stood up and then it like did that. I was like, okay, cool. So I can't walk. So I went over to my buddies and it was like the end of the show anyways. So I kind of like stood around with them and waited for the end of the show. And then we went downstairs and I was like, so yeah, that happened.
Jeez.
Yeah, kind of retired a little bit.
I think most of my almost pit injuries have come from Grant, actually.
Really?
Go to shows where we play shows and we mosh either after or before. And Grant is the king of spin kicks. I'll tell you right now.
Let's just say he knows what the bottom of every single pair of shoes I own looks like.
Very well, very well. The last show we
did
was with Spite and Burials and Orthodox and
sick.
John comes down, fucking just gone, just shit faced, just totally fucking blitzed, and he's like, dude, you guys gotta go up there, you guys go to the pit. We open, bro, it's the end of the show. Me and Grant look at each other, we're like, dude, like,
man,
we're gassed. We'd already been hanging out and like socializing, like I'd been talking with
and it was like that show too, so like I'm complaining, like I'm so happy that we sold hella merch and interacted with all these people, but at the same time it's like it's tiring after you play a set and you're like talking to everybody. It's like, okay, dude, like my voice is
Oh
gone.
yeah, for you, your voice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, you know what, Grant, let's just go up. It's Spite. Let's go up there. Let's watch him for a couple songs. And it took us about 20 seconds before like, all right, fuck, we're going to the pit.
Yeah, let's go. All right, boys,
Let's do it.
going in.
Let's do
And it was
Hold my
kind of
beer.
cool. It was kind of cool for me too, because like I was like, this is the second time that I'd like actually seen Spite live. So I'm looking at them, and you know, Darius came. I think he came from She's an Animal, and then I don't remember where the rest of the guys came from, but I know that Lucas came from like a couple of Marin County bands, and it's just so cool to see like local guys blow up like that.
Right.
Like, I remember going to Lucas's like first band's show, like Amidst the Kings, and then like he had another band called Blackwell, and those were all hella tight. And now he's in Spite, dude. Like, I mean, if anything, it kind of gives me hope. Like,
yeah,
literally, kind of does.
seeing people from your area like make
Definitely.
it and like get out there. I was like, damn, that's
I mean,
it
like,
is a
you
thing.
think
It is a thing, you know?
it is a thing. Like, I mean, I think in the Bay Area, they're probably like the two that got out there the most, at least from like the local scenes that I grew up in.
All right, let me ask you a quick question real quick. Have you guys got any offers as far as record label?
We've been.
You'd have to ask Spencer.
we've been
Okay,
talked to
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, right. It's just I'm just the filter. I'm the I'm the liaison.
Yeah.
No, we've gotten not really offers. We've been kind of scouted. We've been talked to by a couple different labels. No one I would say that we really were super enthusiastic about signing with, if we're being honest.
Okay.
We yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we got kind of scouted. We had a couple reps reach out to us and be like, hey, like I really fuck with you guys. Or one guy from like a label down kind of like in LA. Do you know a band called Kill from, I think they're from like
I
Alabama?
don't think so.
Check them
They're
out.
a band you should have.
They're awesome.
Okay, yeah, okay.
They are fucking amazing. We like shout out Kill.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
I love those dudes.
Every breath that I breathe, shout out Kill. They are the homies. But
Like if bands could get married, like all five of us could get married to all of Kill, like I'd officiate that shit.
bro, hitch me up because it would be Spencer and Spencer married.
Oh shit, there you go.
Spencer too, yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love that.
Our
that
drummers.
That dude is the personification of sweet apple pie. I fucking love that motherfucker. I love everyone that band.
That's
Anyway,
sick.
we played with them. Our first show was with them. We let them crash here in our studio the night before, I think maybe the night or two before the show. And the next, when they went down to the next show, their next date in LA, they were talking us up to this guy. So he hit us up, I think, because of that. Or no, actually, you know what? I think he hit us up before that, and then he kind of reached back out to us after they talked to him a little bit. Because he actually reached out to us before we dropped the music videos, when we were still dropping teasers, and I think he reached out to us then. But like he was cool, and like the label's cool and everything. It's just sort of like at the time we felt like we weren't really ready for a label. Like we still had a lot of stuff we were working on and trying to like. We were still as much as we were out there, and we were doing well with how we started. I think we still were kind of like, we still need to get our footing better before we start looking at like labels or signing to stuff like that. And then at this point we're doing like Grant said earlier, not to sound like braggadocious or, you know, like we're still obviously humble about it, but like we're doing pretty decent right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have
We're hungry. Like,
like 120,000 streams on Spotify, like 2,400 followers on
And
Instagram. TikTok.
we did that ourselves with the people and with the people that, you know, we worked with along the way. No record labels to help us out. So
honestly,
why not just continue it?
The thing we do probably the best in is merch. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Our merch numbers are like better than I've ever seen any band. We work with Adam from Dropout Kings. He does push digital marketing.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, he's been a fucking godsend,
Dude. Yes.
and just like the amount of stuff that he's helped us kind of like coordinate branding and our message and running advertisements, stuff like that. Like it's sort of at the point, it's not like we don't feel like we need a label, but it's like if we do sign with a label, we're definitely a lot more picky about it, just because like I said, we're doing like pretty well off right now. So it's like it's gonna have to be something where it's like, okay, clearly there's a huge benefit to going with these guys versus not going with them. And I think I can't speak for all of us, but from a personal level, I'd rather expand our team a little bit more before we go straight to a label. Like we have Adam as our PR marketing rep kind of guy. I'd like us to have like a legit full-on manager, like a booking agent, stuff like that. Like I'd rather expand our individual team more before we try to kind of group ourselves in with like a label where they have X amount of bands that they have to give X amount of time to and offers and all kinds of stuff, to where we're kind of fighting to sort of get what we need. You know what I mean? Like fighting to get on this tour, fighting to get on the show. I'd rather have people that are with us that support SALTWOUND and that are fighting for us. You know what I mean? Than people we're having to fight with to try to get what we need from them. And also there's a freedom to not being on a label. There's like, we can kind of I'm not going to say what artist it is or what song it is, but there's a cover that actually we have been kind of working on that is a little bit different outside of our genre. Like we're still making it heavy and SALTWOUND and like our genre is, but I feel like on a label, it would be a fight for us to be like, hey, let us do this. Hey, let us do this song.
I don't think any label would like even let us come near it, to be 100%.
Really?
Like maybe some like independent one would be like, okay, guys, go ahead, that's fine. But like a lot of labels, like that's something that we definitely don't want to surrender, is our creative control. With anything, with music, with like, because the merch that we go through one merch designer for all of our stuff. Abby from Flowers and Bones, she does so talented. If you have any piece of SALTWOUND merch, she's, besides the one that Kendall did, she's done it. Like
that's always been like my number one thing, is always having ownership of my music. I don't want to surrender the rights of my music to anyone.
Right.
And not even like, even if they let us keep the rights to the music, it's sort of like just
creative control.
Yeah, it's like, I'd be down to get input from people that like, I mean, the whole reason we go to Josh from Distinguisher for producing is because we know that he knows more than us, and we know that he's got a better ear for some of the stuff than us because he has put in more time doing this stuff. And it's like, okay, that's we're paying him for the knowledge. Like we're working with him to be able to make what we're doing better. He's not assuming control over this. You know what I mean? Whereas like if we were like a label, like they would be assuming more control over that versus like just trying to input and help better the music.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah.
No, that's dope. Sorry, I thought Grant was gonna follow up with something. So
no,
I was just like,
sorry.
No, you're good.
Pretty early where we are.
No, that's the perfect way to say it. Basically, it was kind of reminded me of this conversation I had with Tyler Tate from Hollow Front, and I talked to him. Shout out Tyler from Hollow Front, anyways. But like, this was before they got signed to UNFD, Unified, whatever. And he was talking about they were independent basically, but they were doing like fucking like knocked loose numbers or whatever. So it's just fucking insane. And obviously, if there's not a need for that additional help or whatever, then there's not every band needs that. Yeah,
and I mean, I think the main mindset to have is never say never. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that like I want us to stay an independent band for the rest of our careers, but at the same time, if we did and that worked, okay, like great, like whatever works. You know what I mean? Like if we get with the label, like. Yeah, if Unified came to us and was like, hey, like, here's the offer, here's what we can do for you guys, here's this, here's that, and it was a good offer, okay, sick. Same with like a lot of other labels out there. It's like, if it's a good offer and like we're able to kind of dissect it and go, you know what, we can see a clear benefit to this. Because, to sign with a label, you have to be beneficial to them as much as they have to be beneficial to you.
Definitely.
So as long as it's not a one-way streak, if I can see, okay, we're benefiting you guys this, and this way, but you guys are benefiting us this, and that way. Okay. Like, I'm not one of those guys that has like an aversion to signing with labels or signing with people. It's more of just like,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Everything at a time. You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to rush into a label, especially right now. Honestly, I think during COVID right now is probably the worst time to be signed to a label, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because there's not as like, there's a lot of stuff that they can do for you. But I think the vast majority of stuff they could do for you is stuff that you can do on your own, and you can obviously make happen if you go about it the right way. That's
such a good take too. And well, anyway, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. That was a good take. I don't want to get into like ticket sales and all this other stuff, but let me throw out one more in the hot round for you guys. Okay, and then we'll kind of wrap it up, and then we'll start kind of shooting the shit about the EP. But I want to know what you guys think about one of these two bands. So next one, the last one, make it count. 𝕹𝖉𝖈 or Lorna Shore?
I gotta say 𝕹𝖉𝖈. They rehearsed like I think a couple doors down from us, so I gotta say,
That's dope.
yeah. Josh is from here, from SAC, so they do a lot of their stuff here.
That's so cool.
I gotta go with 𝕹𝖉𝖈, dude. Their shit is off the walls crazy, dude. It's like doom doom. What? But no, yeah, that shit has me entertained. I definitely enjoy Lorna Shore though.
Crap, correct me if I'm wrong, but Lorna Shore, Tom Barber wasn't the original vocalist, right? Was he?
I don't remember if he was the original, but I know he was the
he was the main vocalist for a while.
He was the main guy for a while, yeah.
Okay. See, that's such a hard. Oh, dude, it's really coming down to the vocals on that one for me.
I mean, it's the same vocalist, if anything.
Sorry, not vocals. I meant instruments.
Right.
I couldn't speak English, but
you're good.
I think I'm just gonna have to go with 𝕹𝖉𝖈 just because I've seen how Josh plays in his playthrough videos. I've seen just them produce crazy fucking stuff in a short amount of time. And again, going on what Spencer said, they're like a couple doors down from us. So it's so like, cool. What's up, homies?
Yeah.
We're not really your homies yet. I'd love
hey, one day I can see it.
And nothing but respect. I hope to be at their level one day.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of bands that Josh is a part of or worked with is fucking crazy too. Like he played with Spite for their tour that we opened up for them on. Slow Drums in a Mirror. He did Spite's record, like 𝕹𝖉𝖈. I mean, he's just fucking super.
Isn't that just a drummer trope though, where they're part of a million different bands?
Right.
I mean, short supply. So yeah.
Yeah.
if we lose two drummers, like 50 bands in the scene die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even harder when you're a drummer like Josh. He's just so like savant like with his drums. It's like everyone wants him in their band.
Yeah.
I'd say bassists too, though.
Yeah.
Josh kind of reminds me of oh God, what's his name? Bryce Butler, who played for the Faceless for a while. Like he's like one of those guys where it's just like they're so good that they're at like this level where
they're more known than the band.
People are competing to have them.
Right. Yeah. All right, everyone. Let's take a break. All right. I know you guys got to get refilled on some water or smoke some weed. Go ahead and roll that next J up or fucking roll up a blunt, pack that bowl, get some coffee, slam that fucking beer. I don't know how many more I got in me. But, do what you got to do right now. But we're going to listen to some fucking heavy shit. I wanted to listen to something to fucking get hyped to right now. Okay? It's the lull of the day. We're going to play some SALTWOUND. That way you can mentally think about kicking someone's ass that's maybe in front of you, maybe a coworker you don't fucking like. You can mentally get there with this banger of a two-piece. It's Assault and Split Lip. You got it right. Dopest songs on the EP, Volume 1, SALTWOUND. Let's get it. Let's fucking do it. We got more conversation coming up. Don't go anywhere. Damn it. Stick around. All right, let's play it. Stick around. Don't leave though.
I'm
We're back. All right, so I want to ask this because it's kind of a hot take that I asked a couple months ago. But so who do you think was the better Lorna Shore vocalist? So Tom Barber or CJ McCreery?
Tom.
I gotta go with Tom.
Yeah.
I will say this: I couldn't get into Lorna Shore back in the day just because of the mix. Because I always felt like his vocals were kind of mixed out a little bit. Like they always felt kind of like behind the instruments a little. But I always liked.
I can see that.
When I'd see them live, I'd be like, "Oh, dude, this guy's a beast. Like this guy's fucking." That's what I loved about the new Chelsea Grin record and the new 𝕹�㈏ stuff is that I can hear Tom's vocals. And
yeah, definitely.
Oh, damn! Like, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I never really got too much into new Lorna Shore. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I checked it out and I was like, okay, this is cool. But I don't know, it just felt weird. Like I thought the whole shift with how all like three vocalists or the two vocalists just like kind of upgraded their bands or whatever happened. I thought it was cool. But you know, I was a fan of Lorna Shore for a minute, so I was like, it's not Tom.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
For me, like, I think it's Tom just because Tom is a much better vocalist all around. I think CJ is just not a good vocalist. He sounds like he's drunk behind the mic. Like, everything's super slurred. Like,
did you hear about like all of that like controversy with the guy?
Oh yeah, like there's to like include in there. So yeah, there's like that. But like if we're talking purely on like a musical background right now, I'm just the better musician.
I will say, like, I can't say anything about like whatever went down because like I'm not involved in it. I don't know CJ. I don't know the other parties that are involved. Like it's outside of my realm. But from personal take, like I would agree with Grant. I've never been the biggest fan of his vocals. When Signed to the Swarm switched vocalists and they got David in.
Dude.
Vocalist, and I think that was to me that made me like Signed to the Swarm more personally.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they had actually switched up vocalists until my previous band had played a show with Signs of the Swarm, and I'm like, that's not CJ because David's not nearly as tattooed. But dude, David's so much better.
Yeah,
like I'm really into Signs of the Swarm now because of David.
Shit, I need to check them out again. I knew about them because of the CJ thing, but I need to check them out.
Yeah, no, they're really sick.
Hell yeah. Well, shit. All right, we made it through the hot round.
See what Lorna Shore does without CJ.
Yeah. Well, thanks for playing, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have fun with those.
Cool icebreaker.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, anyway, so how the fuck is everything going now that, you know, put out the EP? Where are we at now?
It is busy, but in a good way, dude. You know, just a constant grind. I don't know. Like, we come to practice. We practice every Sunday, so we pretty much have to knock out as much as we can in that time, considering the fact that like Grant is from the Bay Area and Marty travels from Merced, I believe, all the way down to practice. So we're like, okay, we got to knock out some writing. We got to knock out playing what we write as a whole band, and then talking band logistics and planning and stuff. And so we like to stay busy. Yeah,
Sundays pretty much is like SALTWOUND day. Yeah, like some people go to church, we go to SALTWOUND. Like it's like the whole fucking day. Yeah, like it's like start to finish. It's just
11 a.m. to like 7.
Yeah, it's like just knocking everything out we can.
They're lying to you. We actually hate each other now. Not kidding. But it's been great, dude. Honestly, like every time I go up, it feels like a creative like flow, whether Sean is on like whether we're just jamming and trying to like come up with ideas, or Sean gets in his like savant mood, puts his headphones on, and then like just goes to town on the guitar with Spencer on the laptop. And
pretty much, we record we probably recorded 3 albums worth of music at this point and just Control Z and all of it.
Yeah.
Perfectionist over here.
Yeah, like it's like, and we all think it sounds great at the time, and then Sean, as soon as he's done, he's like, that doesn't flow, and we're like, what are you talking about? It's great. And then we play the entire thing, and now we're banging our heads against the wall.
Well, no, the best thing is when he writes a fucking banger ass riff that then he spends like 30 minutes recording it, getting it like perfect, just for him to go, nope, click.
Oh no.
Like, do you know?
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But
It's a good thing in the long run. At the time, it's a.
I know it's annoying as fuck.
I want to hit you in the face.
Just bear
but
with me.
All I can say is every time he does it, it kicks me in the dick.
I want the best for this family, guys.
I understand that. At what point do you have to like let it go and just be like,
Yeah, that's
usually after like probably the 3 hours
3 months.
of writing like to one section,
Or like one whole song, and it's just things start to feel forced.
yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
that point where it's like, okay, like we're like it's either we need to finish this, so like there, I think there's a couple. I can probably point to a couple riffs on the new EP that I'm like, this was definitely something that we wrote and one of us didn't like at the time, and we're like, just leave this in because we need a placeholder because we need to move on. And then we went back to it and tweaked it or did something and was like, okay, now we fuck with this.
yeah,
Other times, yeah, like Sean said, like you're trying to like you're literally coming up with just nothing. Like you're just like, whole riff, that sucks. Whole riff, that sucks. Whole riff, that sucks. And you have to go, okay, let's try writing something else. Let's take a smoke break. Let's jam together like off the laptop, like as a band.
Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, let's pack
some
merch.
Nerf guns.
Even like let's pack merch orders or like do something like
Yeah.
that. Like let's just take our mind out of this for a second and then try to come back to it.
Yeah.
that's sick.
When it starts feeling forced, is like, dude, this just sounds like shit.
It's not gonna make for a good product.
No, and it makes it's harder to write after you
Yeah.
start forcing shit out because you're like, dude, I'm literally just like writing.
Burnt out on shit.
Yeah.
So like, when did you guys start writing, and like, who's the predominant, I guess, songwriter that you feel like contributes the most?
We started writing like from day one. I mean, we were like always, like I said, we kind of started as like an internet kind of like, we started thinking we're just going to be like a band that just writes.
It's just a side project.
Yeah, it literally was
Okay.
like a side project. They just like fuck around and write shit.
Mhm.
I mean, I think for volume 1, Sean and I wrote a lot of it just because we spent a lot of time together, like hanging out on off days with us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For this EP, it's definitely been like a very collaborative effort. Like
Yes.
everyone
sick.
writes, like I write, Sean writes, Grant writes, Marty writes, Brandon writes. Like we're all kind of like, regardless of who's on the guitar or who's on the laptop, like tracking what or plugging in what, we're all like sitting there going like,
Giving input.
yeah, like Grant will write a riff and then Sean will be like, hey, like do this, like instead of doing that chord, do this chord, and then we
Vice
change
versa.
it, and like vice versa.
Yeah.
Or like I'll do like a vocal line and Marty's like, hey, like try to go high at that part or something, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
like little stuff, but it's very like, it's much more collaborative than the first EP was. I mean, like we all still had our input on the first EP, we all still like did our own stuff and everything, but I feel like
it's because we were so much in the, okay, this is still like a side project. We didn't know where it was going to go, that me and Spencer just got together so often and wrote music. Things
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I was always of the caliber of like, I just couldn't be there. You know, I'm working.
Yeah.
I
it's
live.
hard when you live
Right.
2 hours away. It's hard
Yeah.
to like link up. I mean, which is why
Right.
Sundays like now
Yeah.
we do 8-hour rehearsals because it's like we have so much shit to pack in. We have to make it worth it for like it would like I would feel personally bad making Grant drive 2 fucking hours
Yeah.
to get anything done. Like that
Yeah.
sucks ass. Like I would fucking hate doing that. I hate even just driving the 30 minutes here.
Yeah, I feel
Like
that.
not get shit done. Like that puts me in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I think this EP, Volume 2, is the name that we can say right now. Can't say, the name, but like putting out there, Volume 2 is coming, and that one is this one's been a lot more collaborative, and I think it's actually made it a much better product having everyone's input on it. So it's not just me and Sean kind of like going back and forth with it. It's helped have everyone's input and kind of diversified a little bit more, and like make it not all like the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood. So I have to ask, like, so with volume 2, I know you can't really talk a lot about it, but like, are we going to expect to see kind of like a slew of like EPs, or are you guys working on like a full length, I guess?
Yeah, honestly, after this EP, we wanted to do like a volume 1, volume 2 kind of thing.
Okay.
Kind of almost like they're like thematically wise connected.
Mhm.
And then after that, yeah, we're gonna start working on SALTWOUND LP1. So
Sick. That's crazy.
yeah, we don't really want to do like a slew of EPs per se. We just kind of want to do. We wanted the first one just to put our stuff out there, have enough material for to play a set. Basically, we pretty much wrote the EP just to be able to play shows.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Literally, COVID kind of screwed us on that, but we had like a whole tour planned right before COVID happened, and we were gonna go from like Northwest all the way down to like New Mexico, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we were doing that with Kill.
They wanted to take us out to like the South, like where you are, like Carolinas and Alabama, Florida, that kind of stuff, and that went to shit.
Sucks.
I would have loved to do that.
Yeah.
Feeling it, dude.
Dude, I hope to see you guys around here. That'd be so fucking sick.
We hope to see you around there, man. Like we would absolutely love to get out of California and get like out, because touring in the West Coast fucking sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. What's up with that?
Basically like you have, if you were talking California, it's from LA to San Francisco. That's like a 5, 6, 7 hour drive. And then from San Francisco to Sacramento, you have another 2.5 hour drive. And then the next big city going north is Portland. Good luck booking there. And then you have Seattle. So like,
and not only that, but even like not just the cities themselves, but just how far spaced out the cities are. If we were to go from like the top of California to LA,
that's a 13-hour drive easily.
God, that's
a 12-hour drive.
Also fit in like 7 states on the East Coast.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
As many different states versus the California and Nevada, Washington, everything is spread out.
Right.
And it like hitting 2 cities is, I would say, probably 3 or 4 times as expensive. Like
that makes sense. Yeah.
Just with the amount of travel expense that you have to take, it sucks.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, dude. Like, I would love to play LA. I would love to do that, but that's going to be a more expensive show for me to do than to just like go out to like New York and then travel down to like Pennsylvania or wait, no, I'm sorry, that's north, right, or south?
South.
It would be south of that.
Yeah, it would be cheaper for me to do an East Coast tour to go north to south than it would for me to do a West Coast tour going north to south.
Yeah. To beat the cost of like traveling all the way out there versus just the overall cost of touring out on the West Coast, honestly, like it's going to be about the same expense, but you're going to be hitting more cities and in different states. You know what I mean? Like,
so with what Spencer just said, in my mind, that equates cheaper because we're going to be reaching a lot more people.
Right. And you have more opportunity to sell merch and make more fans and stuff versus like in the time span, you'd be able to fit in like 5 shows out in California. You could do like double that in the East Coast. And that's more people that are seeing your face, more people that are seeing your music, more people that are seeing your merch, the tour package. Like, it's just more exposure. So it ends up being more worthwhile to go out there than here. But we still haven't gone out there yet. And that's like our kind of next thing we want to do is to kind of get out of West Coast, like do a couple, like obviously we still want to tour here and everything. We still want to, play California and Oregon and Washington and kind of work our way sort of around the belt. And everything, but like definitely East Coast is where it's at and where we
And I really just want to tour the East and I want to tour the South. Like that would be sick.
Looking at our Spotify numbers, honestly, because it shows us where people are listening to and everything, we're probably going to do better out there because most of our fans are in places like Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta. Like every time we post like, hey, where do you want to see SALTWOUND tour? Like 8 out of 10 comments are somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, Houston, Dallas.
Yeah, El Paso, Dallas. We've gotten
Texas.
like all over.
TextWound.
You can
watch us like go out there and just move out there too. It's cheaper.
Something you'll learn about SALTWOUND is that you can make any that name, but absolutely anything. That's all we do.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Okay, TextWound.
We went on a little 3-day run with our friends in Dead Things, and we called it the Dead Wound Tour or mini tour or whatever. Like,
yeah, me and Leo from their singer 𝕾𝖍𝖚 every time we were like across the room, I'd be like, Dead Wound. He'd be like, Dead Wound.
And the thing is, they're like blackened, like deathcore hard. If black metal was like modern and it's so sick. Their sound is awesome, but the fact that Spencer did like a whole Nathan explosion, like that is exactly him.
That's sick.
On stage, yeah.
That's sick. One more thing about the EP, and I'll kind of move on from that. But I want to know, like, what's your personal favorite song from the EP?
Ooh. Crap, that's a hard one because we don't really actually have names to them yet. We kind of just put a bunch of joke names and then we get lost as to which is which.
The first EP or this coming?
No, the first one. I did. Volume 1. Sorry.
Okay.
I'd say probably Split Lip. Honestly, that's probably my favorite song because that one honestly was probably going to. That one when we first wrote it was planned to go on this coming EP.
Okay.
It was supposed to go on Volume 2 because we'd finished writing Volume 1 at that point. We were still in the studio tracking it, and there was a song, because technically Assault and Split Lip are actually two different songs. They're just both on the same track because they're really fucking short. And there was another song that was on that track with Assault that didn't really sound right. Like it didn't really sound like us, kind of. And I was in the studio. I was right here in the studio, and I finished tracking the vocals for the whole EP, and I did that song last. And as soon as I finished tracking the vocals, I called Sean. I was like, "Hey, bro, this song sounds like fucking shit. Can we please replace it?" And he's like, "What do we replace it with?" I'm like, "Well, we just wrote that new song. I'll fucking drum up some lyrics real quick right here. Like I have it on my phone. Like I'll just track it." And so I love that one just because of like that was the first. I love that one just because I love how it sounds, and I love it also because that's the quickest turnaround I've ever had a song go, if that makes sense. Like okay, end of April, tracked at start of May, and had the mix and music video done for it by like the middle of June.
Sick.
So like that was the quickest I've ever churned out a song, and it ended up being like that track has like 50,000 streams by itself, I think, on Spotify. So it's like that's really sick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'd have to say, well, I consider Assault and Split Lip kind of one song because they're on the same track, but Assault and Split Lip like together I really love because it just, I don't know, it's short and sweet and it goes hard.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, it's probably a tie between either Hard Life or 187.
Sick.
187.
Yeah.
Close second.
Very close second. I don't have anything tied to me.
It was my favorite.
Honestly, I'd have to say probably 187 is my favorite.
Yeah, 187 is like everyone's favorite, and then we wrote a song Split Lip, and then like me and Sean really fuck with that song a little bit more. But 187 was actually gonna be like the lead single. Like we were gonna do a music video for that and all this kind of stuff, and then that was June of 2020, and we kind of all sat together as a band and said, you know what, we don't want to look like we're trying to monetize off this shit. Like I wrote the lyrics for 187 like before all that stuff happened. Like I still mean everything I say in that song, like 100%. Like, no justice, no peace, 100%. But at the same time, it's like, okay, whatever single we're doing, whatever music video we're doing, there's gonna be a big press push with this shit. We're gonna be running ads on this. We're gonna be marketing it out there. And to us, we all just kind of felt like this is bad taste for us to push this in light of recent events and in light of what's going on. Like we feel like it's not our place to promote ourselves off that,
to gain off of it.
Right. Yeah.
And it just felt like
we wanted people to hear the message of that song and understand it, but not feel like we were kind of just like, oh yeah, fuck the police because it's the popular thing to do right now. No,
like like it's trendy or something.
Stand behind what we say in that song, and we just wanted it to be as a like just a powerful song in itself. We wanted you to listen to it, and we didn't want it to seem like it was forced.
Right, like you wanted to be found.
And because we support that, because we support Black Lives Matter and like all that stuff, that we didn't want to. We didn't want to. I mean, like I forget. There was a rapper that I think did like a music video like at a protest and like filmed it and everything. And I mean, like that didn't work out very well for him. I remember like he got a lot of backlash from that, and like understandably, because it's like, dude, like this isn't about like profiting out. This is like people are fucking dying. Like we should be trying to fix this shit.
Yeah.
So, that was really our kind of decision there, and because of that we like had to pull like an about face like the week before the video, and we were like, oh shit, like we're not doing this song. So let's keep the song on the EP. Obviously, like I said, we still stand by it, but let's do a different track for the music video.
Yeah, and that's where kind of Assault Split Lip came from.
Yeah,
Sick.
like, okay, well, this is a banger, so like, let's throw it on there. And it ended up like, I'm really happy we did that because that music video has fucking taken off.
It's short, sweet, to the point. It honestly, that music video fucks.
Yeah, it fucks. Yeah, for sure.
To play too, like those. I save my energy at practice so I can throw down the hardest, literally first.
That's dope.
And then 187 because they're like together when we play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to ask that because it's like when I see you guys live, I want to know like what songs are you gonna fucking go hard as fuck on, you know?
Well, I'll go hard start to finish.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know what I mean.
It sucks because we replaced the other songs, so like Split Lip has actually never been played live. Like, we
Shit.
never played that part of that song.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've never
Yeah,
played
we've
Split
never
Lip
played
live.
Damn,
live,
dude.
so-
So when that happens, it's gonna be
Oh, we
dope.
played Split Lip live at our last show, dude. That was god, that's so weird.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Bummer.
yeah. So because we wrote it in COVID. So
Heard
no,
about
that'll
that.
definitely, regardless of whatever EP, whatever songs from this new EP get worked into our set and other songs pulled out, that'll definitely be. I mean, it's probably our best single right now as far as like numbers and everything and how much people like it. So I'm like, that song will definitely be in the set for sure.
Dude, that's
Especially
dope.
'cause I want to play that fucking song live.
Yeah.
I
I want to hear it live.
chord breakdown fucking live and just watch
Yeah.
goddamn shit.
Loose.
I can't wait to see it, dude. But all right, so I want to have a little bit of fun before we start wrapping things up. We're gonna do a Spotify challenge, and I know you guys all don't have Spotify, but if you could pull out your phone, let's talk about what 5 bands or artists are on repeat at the moment in your phone.
I got my PlayStation on right behind me since I'm going through my phone, and luckily I got Spotify on here. So let's see.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say even if you can't pull that up, just tell me like what 5 bands you've been really fucking with lately.
Okay.
The main ones I have, at least on my recently played, are Blackbird, who's a rapper out of Sacramento as well. Which anyone that's like into kind of newer age, like really 808 heavy, like heavy rap, like you should definitely check him out.
Okay, cool.
So Blackbird, Distinguisher, honestly the new Lil Nas X song, because that shit fucking hits hard.
Hell yeah.
Dead Crown and Mugshot.
Nice.
I'm sorry, actually Distinguisher. Yeah, so Distinguisher and Mugshot.
Sick. Yeah, Kaonashi, they shouted out Mugshot. That was the last podcast I put out.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mugshot's fucking sick. Mugshot.
Yeah.
I kind of just recently got into them, to be honest. I know they've been a band for a minute, but I just heard their couple new singles they dropped off their Empty Heaven EP. And then I listened to the whole thing. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm new to them also.
Yeah.
So.
Like, it fucking hits, honestly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then they're
I played
from
with
like
them a couple of times with my previous band, and Eli's such a cool dude. Mugshot, all of them, they're really, really cool dudes. Like, shouts out to them. Like, they're one of the guys that are they're a couple of guys that are working their asses off, and they deserve every bit of love they get.
in terms
Hell
of
yeah.
bands, like would love to tour with, they're up on that
Oh,
list.
100%
Wow.
with
100% up on that list.
That would be insane.
Yeah, let's go out to the south. Honestly, hit up Mugshot and let's have a Saltwound Mugshot tour out in the south so you can see us and just play to you. You fucking be insane.
Would it be mug wound or salt?
Salt shot.
Salt shot.
Salt shot. Salt shot.
Sick.
See that pun shit? It just never gets old. You can do
It's fun.
Literally anything.
It's great. All right, what do you guys got? What do you got? Top 5.
All right. My top 5. Blackbird as well.
Shit.
because
Okay.
Dude goes off, dude.
We got to check them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add them right now.
Putting you on. Boundaries, because I gotta fucking always have
Definitely.
boundaries in the mix. Where to go? Waste is a really good band signed to Stay Sick.
Oh, cool.
They're pretty cool. Listening to a lot of where'd it go? Oh, Silence Speaks, dude. Bro.
Oh my
no.
God.
Sick.
They don't have all their music on Apple Music, but
Oh, sick.
Okay.
songs I can find, I listen to, and I listen to whatever I can slap on YouTube because, dude, those dudes, they got good music.
Just take a second real
Sure.
quick. Just shout out to fucking Sound Speak.
Yeah,
They're
please.
fucking awesome. They're so cool. They're such nice guys. They are. I think if there's any band that like, as soon as COVID's done, as soon as shows come back, that we want to hit the road with, I think it's Silent Speaks, honestly. And if I
Sick.
honestly think if you like Saltwound, you will definitely fuck with Silent Speaks because there's like a lot of overlap to our sound that like
Okay.
a lot of the same elements I think that we use, they also use,
Mm-hmm.
just in kind of a different way. And it, oh my god, it fucks.
It's so good.
Cool. I'm adding it right now. That's awesome.
And they're
Thank you.
fucking awesome guys too. Nathan, their guitar player, is like, I posted a video of Sean writing something that he deleted, of course.
Mhm.
And Nathan replied, he was like, "Bro, let me hear that shit." And I was like, "Oh, sorry, Control Z'd it." Like,
Oh no.
but
Finger slip.
yeah. Fucking sick. I love Silent Speaks.
Yeah.
All right.
Grant Saloon.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I've been listening to, I always listen to a lot of classics. I told you this in the whole, like, green screen before we did this, like, the little green room. But I've been, like, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. Motley Crue is probably my all-time favorite band. And then I've been listening to a lot of Kublai Khan lately.
Nice.
Like, so like I said in the green room, like where I play like 80s music at work, like as soon as I lock the doors, Kublai Khan comes on.
Oh shit.
And
Vape shop.
yeah, so like, and it's like a whole open concrete like shop. So like I'm in there, glass windows, and like, you know, you'll hear like, "You will never," and then I'm instantly just throwing elbows to nothing.
That's great, dude. Everyone has to do that from time to time. Yeah. Fun.
I also listen to a lot of like electronic, but one of my favorite artists is Extra Terra, and he did like a bunch of like themed music that he released along, not with CD Projekt Red, but he released a bunch of music to hype himself up along with the hype train of cyberpunk. And all of like this entire album is like based off of Cyberpunk 2077. And it's like 80s synthwave, dubstep-y, like electronic stuff. It's so cool. And then I've also been kind of diving into, I found my old iPod Shuffle. So I've been diving into a lot of Asking Alexandria lately, of all bands.
Oh, the cringe. How would I call it? Oh, the cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. My old iPod Shuffle. So there's like bands like Asking Alexandria, Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse that I've been listening to lately, and I'm just like, whoa, damn, like this is awesome. But like I was into this. I still am into this, but like it's definitely one of those like guilty pleasure things.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go up and be like, "Hi, I'm Grant. One of my favorite bands is Falling in Reverse."
No, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Yeah, dude. I listen to everything.
Yeah, I'll make you feel a little better, Grant. I think one of my old buddies just posted an old promo pic of ours from like our way back in the day high school band.
Saw that shit.
And fuck you. And I'm wearing a leather jacket and an Asking Alexandria tank top.
There you go.
Oh, bro, I probably got like
That's all I'm saying. Like we're good.
Yeah. Dude.
So this is before like I learned how to actually like cut your hair so it's like layered and looks okay when you like pull it out. But like in high school, bro, I had like this full-on bowl cut. I wore like a girl's leather jacket. I had like this black like t-shirt underneath where like Andy Six was like this on the t-shirt. Like it was all bad, man.
Jeez.
All bad.
Love that for you, bro.
Yeah.
I love that shit though. That's so cool. Like,
I have no shame.
Yeah, me too. I was there with you. Like, I mean, still to this day, like I followed Bring Me the Horizon for like a long fucking time. Until
still one of my favorite bands to this day.
Yeah. I still listen to him.
Blood at practice like every 5 minutes. Like if we're not writing something, he'll just start whipping out alligator blood on the guitar, and I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
Forget how like cool that shit was until you hear it again. And you're like, oh my god, I remember why I like this, because this was like fucking nuts at the time. And I was like 14.
Yeah.
Damn, this is the heaviest thing I've ever heard.
Well, dude, not only that, like Bring Me the Horizon, like I feel is one of those like trend-setting bands that is always going to be relevant no matter what they do. Like they could probably go back and like release like a metalcore song, and all their new fans that are like kind of getting into their heavier stuff with their most recent release would be like, oh, whoa, this is sick. They're doing something heavier now. Versus like us who are old school fans, like we'd be like, oh yeah.
To me, the modern version of like Linkin Park, you know, at that time when they were huge, like they have like kind of taken that place.
I feel that's a good pedestal to put them on. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I think 𝕹𝖈 𝖻𝖆, they were my favorite band for a long time, and I don't know, they just had such an outstanding sound for their genre, and back then I wasn't a big old fan of the change, but I don't knock it now because, well, one, their music isn't bad, but it isn't something I would listen to every day just because I prefer the heavies, you know?
Yeah.
really like the pop album. I thought 𝕻𝖆 was really good.
Yeah, it was really cool.
But, yeah, dude, their new shit is like super cool, and what they're going for now is really cool.
I mean, regardless of how much a band changes, like you got to think that like they released Sempiternal, and every single metalcore band on the planet
tried to be like,
tried to emulate Sempiternal.
Dude, definitely. It's like that with Architects and 𝕹𝖈 𝖼𝖕, whether like Architects being the heavier version of it, so like all the heavier metalcore bands want to be like Architects, and all the bands that are like a little bit on the poppier side want to be like 𝕹𝖈 𝖼𝖕. They're
so true. That's so true. That's valid. Well, anyway, since we're on this topic or whatever, I kind of want to, this is how I wanted to wrap it up anyway. So perfect segue. I wanted to know, like, what is the main influential bands like on your music that you can just like shout off the top of your head?
Ooh,
like who made you who you are as a musician to date?
Oh, okay.
Like
for me,
like historically speaking,
it can be both. Like if someone, you know, recently has had a huge effect on your music, then, you know, shout them out.
Okay. And Grant, you had something?
Yeah, I would probably have to say like, definitely Kublai Khan, definitely 𝐼 𝐴M. I love that Texas death hardcore style. It's fucking sick. I definitely try to, me and Sean were joking about it. Like I forget what he said that he brings his to the table, but I bring the stick rock ooga booga, and
I bring the chug chug wee wee.
Yeah, he brings the chug chug wee wee, and I bring the stick rock ooga booga, and yeah, a lot of that is that. But I mean, if I'm going on classics, bro, like Slash, Axl Rose, Mick Mars, Nikki Sixx, James Hetfield, like all those guys like made me want to be a metal musician. Like I have never wanted to be any other type of musician because of those guys.
Yeah,
that's sick.
I'd say historically speaking, the bands like Slipknot and stuff, they were kind of one of the first like sort of metal bands that I really got into when I was a kid, and it was like it's not anymore, but at the time it was like, damn, this is so trippy, and they're like creepy video vibe and masks and like the like Left Behind, that fucking video, like that shit.
Oh, dude, that nightmare inducing.
Black fucking sink water and shit.
God.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
Or can we talk about the Wait and Bleed, the puppet music video? Do you guys remember that? If you can't find it on YouTube anymore, but it was there.
Oh my God.
Like that shit was creepy.
Yeah.
Currently,
but it was so cool, dude. Like we were all into it.
Yeah, currently I'm on the same with Grant on like Kublai Khan, because I listen to them like pretty religiously. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
I never get sick of them, honestly. I like, if I'm like, okay, I've heard I've listened to Nomad a lot, I'll just pop on their new record, or I listen to this a lot, I'll pop on their old EP. Like I'll just kind of
like I was playing Call of Duty with Spencer the other day, and it literally I unlocked this fucking sniper rifle, and I was sitting there, I'm like, Spencer, I'm using this sniper rifle for the next like 5 games off of name alone, and he's like, what's it called? Boom Slang.
Yeah.
So like we're huge Kublai Khan fans in this band.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You wrapped up? Right?
Yeah. I'm
for me, it would be definitely Slipknot. They were. It was an unhealthy obsession of mine. The amount of time I would spend on the computer watching Slipknot concert videos, music videos, researching just anything I could to know about them. It was just weird, but yeah, Slipknot definitely got me into heavy music. It was my way of getting out of radio music. I was like, what can I listen to that's better than this shit?
All right, I gotta ask you, because like you're a Slipknot head or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna say like, I mean, I like them a lot, but like that wasn't like my shit at the time, I guess. But I respect the fuck out of them, needless to say. But so Slipknot head, does Slipknot get old to you now, or is it always fuck to you? Like, is it always just
their new shit I don't get down with, honestly.
Okay.
Anything with the gray chapter and on, I kind of just act like it doesn't exist. I don't like to think that's what Slipknot is, but beforehand,
see, that's the shit I need to know. Yeah,
there anything up until All Hope Is Gone, that shit will always fuck to me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I listened to a few.
Can I make an argument really quick here?
Go for it.
All Hope Is Gone isn't a new metal album; it's a metalcore album.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Tell me I'm wrong. Like, the Psychosocial has like a fat breakdown right in the middle.
That's
of it.
true. Yeah.
Like,
I can get down a couple songs off like the Great Chapter, and like there's one or two songs off of I can't remember the name of the album, but the new one they released that I can listen to. It's definitely it's not Slipknot to me. Like, I listened to. I realized kind of a couple weeks ago when Sean and I were driving back to his place after a rehearsal that I realized like I haven't listened to Slipknot in like a year.
Yeah,
like I just hadn't listened to them in like a long fucking time, and I was like, dude, let's put on Volume 3. Let's listen to like Blister Exists, and let's listen to Vermilion, listen to Wait and Bleed.
That's
Sick.
some nostalgic vibes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember this going hard.
I remember playing Tony Hawk to this shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
everything that they're saying is how I feel about Asking Alexandria to stand up and scream right now because of that whole comment that I made. Or Reckless and Relentless, dude. Like, I don't fuck those albums.
I mean, cringy or not, I was more into like what you would call screamo, or people would be like, "You listen to that screamo?" Like, I listen to more of that side of things, like kind of like the more.
It's like Silverstein.
Yeah, Silverstein, one of my favorite bands of all time. Like,
oh, they're great, bro. They use the emo stuff. One of my favorites, like to this day. Like, I love that shit.
That's sick. Well, hey, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I think we fucking killed this podcast, and hopefully in the future I do this thing called Mosh Pit Monday, and we all just get drunk and just talk shit, and there's no agenda. So maybe we can do that because you guys are a lot of fun to talk to. Oh, sick! That's what I drink. That's what I drink.
I haven't even cracked this one. Spencer's girlfriend got this for me for my birthday, and it's like I'll leave it for that.
Sick.
One single on that. Shout out to good job, Grant. That first, remember that band we were talking about, Kill, that we played our like very first show with them and Bro Job and Weeping Wound. End of the show, we were all pouring Jim Beam down each other's throats in the parking lot, and they gave us this as our trophy from our first show that they all like signed and everything. Like everyone on the tour package signed this. So Bro Job signed it, Weeping Wound, Kill, Dead Culture. Thought there was another band, but
it was so cool, dude. Everybody on that show was so nice to us, and it was our first show. We were green, bro. Like, I mean, none of us were green as to how to be there, but like we were green because this is our first show as a new band. Like,
yeah.
We were all nervous as hell. Like, we had not on top of that, bro. We kicked out our first bass player right before it too, so we didn't even play with the bass player. We backtracked bass for that show. So we were so nervous on how we would look on stage just without a bass player, and they were the nicest crowd, dude. Like,
they made
honestly,
us feel way better at the end of the show. Like, after like we got off stage, like we honestly were not feeling it. Like, we were pretty upset.
Really?
And they came, because the sound just wasn't great, and like we couldn't hear ourselves on stage. We're like, dude, like that probably sounded like fucking garbage. Like, me and Sean are rewriting songs as we're packing our shit up. Like, bro, we got to change that part. That part fucking sucked. Like, we were upset, and then they come out and they fucking like gave us alcohol first, and then they all hugged us and were like, dude, you guys did fucking sick. You guys are like, that was so awesome. Like they were just hyping us up, and they gave us this, and
that's sick.
Not only that, like I'll say that Jacob from Bro Job is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. That guy had me dying the entire night. Dude, like it was just that show, like even though we had such like a downer attitude about our own performance, it turned out to be one of the best shows out of, I'd say probably my favorite show that we've played, to be real.
That's awesome. Hell
Sorry,
yeah.
I know you're going to wrap up, but I wanted to share.
No,
that
you're good.
because I wanted to shout out Kill one more time, and that's like,
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm like, well, we got you.
That's perfect. No, because I recently just found out about Weeping Wound, and like they're fucking sick. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to
I
check
have
out
this
Kill.
CD on repeat in my car.
Yeah, sick. Well, dude, thanks again. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let's get back to our afternoon, and I know it's probably noon where you guys are at, but dude, thank you guys fucking so much. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to tell the viewers, fans? Anything you want to say before we head out?
Thanks for having us, man. Like,
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
thank you.
Got more stuff coming, so definitely keep an eye out. Keep streaming Volume 1. Keep hitting up our merch store. Really stoked to show you guys Volume 2 and see all the stuff you're working on. So
Yeah, like I thank you for having us, and we are absolutely humbled by like how much we are, you know, getting in exposure from this, all what we've done beforehand. Like, thank you to everybody that's watching this, to everybody that's you know, bought merch, to everybody that's came to our shows or given us the attention that we beg for, because you know, we're a band, we strive for attention. Like, dude, thank you. Like, honestly, we wouldn't be here without you guys.
yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. SALTWOUND, thanks again. We'll chit chat a little bit. I'll stop recording, but that was it, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. All right, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to another week's episode. Thanks again to the dudes at SALTWOUND. You guys are the fucking shit. I love SALTWOUND. I love the fucking merch you guys got going on. I'm about to buy some right now. You guys should buy some as well. There's links in the description for anything SALTWOUND related. So go check it out. And you know what? I had a blast. I hope you guys had a good time. If you made it this far, you are the shit. Okay? Make sure you hit that like button or follow, however you're watching. Follow that platform. Make sure you're sharing with anyone that you think would appreciate this. It would mean a lot to me. And you can support the podcast. There are links down below in the description. So, hey, any support given, I really do appreciate it. I love you guys so much. And I hope you guys smash it this week. Stick around because we are about to play some more SALTWOUND. Okay? It's going to be the first song I ever heard by them. It was that first song on that Volume 1 EP. It's called 𝕹𝖊𝖜. Okay? You're going to like it. I'll see you next week. Shine on.
Hell yeah.